So this will be a quick video. Another G-Bodies and Junkyard video. I check about weekly, but this one just happened to slip by me. It's been in the yard for about 20 days. It's an 83 Grand Prix. So I'm gonna roll up there. It's right down the street from work. Should have been off already, but got held over. But yeah, gonna check it out, see what's there. I doubt hardly anything with it being up there for so long, but we'll see. Catch you guys back on once I get to the yard. All right, so just made a quick pit stop at O'Reilly's. It's easier for me to just head to O'Reilly's, grab a quick tool set, because I should have grabbed mine before I left the house last night. But I was like, it's my Friday, I'll get off on time. Ended up staying over, so instead of running back home 30 minutes one way, then 40 minutes back the other, I decided to just grab a tool set. I'm surprised I don't already have one just sitting in the Blazer anyway, but now I do. But yeah, just right down the street, so cut you guys back on once I get to the junkyard. All right, so we're here. I apologize. I meant to go home, grab my camera and my tools, but doing this on the cell phone. So, I believe it's in row 66. So, let's see what it's looking like. There's one part that I really need, but then there's other parts, if they're there, that I grab off of any G-body I find. So, if they're there, I'll go over it. If they're not, I'll just mention the parts I would be looking for, and we'll go from there. All right, so we should be getting close. 65, 66, so it should be down here. I think I saw the rear end of it, so let's see what's left. Still looks like lots there, so we'll see. Oh, trim's gone, so it's usually the first thing I look for is the window trim and the mirrors, which looks like somebody got both of them. Let's see, the interior is pretty much gone. The dash is still pretty good condition, really. It's missing the lower bezel, but it's pretty fair condition. Back seat's pretty nice too. I know on the Elko I might need this trim piece. I mean, on the Monte I need that trim piece. If I could grab small stuff like, nah, I don't think I need them. Let's see. Eventually I'll see if I get the trunk open. Tail lights, yeah, one of them's good, but the other one's bad. I think another guy from Colorado G-Bodies is heading up this way. I think he needs some parts, like the rear window trim, which I'm not sure if it's under there with it being the vinyl top or not, but got caved in a little bit. And one piece I'm looking for is not here. They got it. I believe it's that door pal for the lock, and I have two for the passenger side, but I believe they're directional, so I think I'm out of luck there. I'll double check, make sure somebody just didn't take it out just to take it out, because it's on this side. So it's just, where's that? I'll point it out or circle it. So this is where the door lock cylinder plugs into. That's the part I was looking for. But yeah, I think I'm not gonna be able to get too much from it. I do want the hood latch release, so see the condition of that, see what's looking like up under the hood. I don't know. Lower door panels, not in too bad a condition. You know, I just paid 15 bucks at the swap meet for some of these, so I might grab those and clean them up. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed with that door lock. That's what I was looking for. I don't feel like digging through all of that to see if it landed down there, but if I could find a stick or something, I might. See if it's laying around somewhere. Half the grill's gone. But yeah, I don't think I want that upper radiator tie down. If it's a different style, I might. But that hood release cable, I'll probably end up grabbing that. That's about it. But yeah, the main things I look for when I find these things: the window trim and the mirrors. There's always somebody looking for them. So if I can find them, I'll hold on to them. If not, like I said, if they're not there, they're not there. When I find parts like this, I usually either, if I pull them from somebody, I'll just charge what I paid for it. I'm not trying to get rich off this stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna grab these. I might look for that the door pal or pawl from the other side, see if it's there or not. But other than that, it's not a bad car. Rear end's obviously gone. I'm not sure if the Grand Prix came with the posi or not. But yeah, if I get the trunk open, see what's hiding in there. But yeah, that's it. Just a little walk around of it. I'll probably do another video, put it up on the local page, yeah, or the Colorado G-Body Facebook page, see if anybody needs some parts while I'm here. If not, I'll be good. Alright, so I've been home for a little bit. Just had my boy Robbie come over, check out the Monte. First time he saw with the motor in it. I'll probably throw the clip in at the end of this video, just us talking a little bit. But from the Junkyard, I talked about ordering those little door panel pieces at the bottom. I left those, started looking at one, it was all messed up on one side. So the only thing I did grab was the hood latch release, and then this weather stripping that goes on the bottom of the door between the door panel and the door pretty much. So that's all I grabbed. And I think I also grabbed like the windshield wiper squirters, or yeah, the windshield wiper sprayers. I grabbed those, and I think some of the where the windshield wipers, the holders where they come down, so I grabbed that. But yeah, that's pretty simple, not too crazy. Gave one of these to a buddy. I pulled off of a car found in the junkyard. He needed one, and not thinking that the one in the Monte wasn't the best, so just went ahead and grabbed that one off of it to replace it. So it's just little things like that you find in the junkyards. Like I said, I usually try to find the trim pieces. The trim pieces are there. That's the first thing I go for. But obviously I have the set for the Elko. I think 2 sets for the Elko. And the set for the Monte. It's in the car, I believe. Yeah, this is what I was going to grab from it. But one of them was messed up. But it's just little stuff. So, as I said, it might be a quick video. And then I'll throw the video of Robbie coming over, GrindSchool, and checking out the Monte with the motor in it. But that's it. Catch you guys on the next one. What you think of it?
I like it,
It's the first time seeing it with the motor in there.
Yeah, I haven't seen how the profile looks. This is what I wanted to see, how it looks like sitting with the motor in here.
I was expecting a little bit lower, but I think it should be good.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Plus, you know, once obviously you get driving there to settle a little bit, the springs and stuff.
Oh yeah, still gotta do lineman and all that.
This is cool, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Oh, this is that piece?
Yeah, it's that piece.
Oh, appreciate it.
It's a lot shorter.
How much you want for it?
Don't worry about it, man.
All right, on, brother.
Pretty sure I have another one. Pretty sure.
Well, I'm gonna just fiberglass it in, so it's all good, you know?
Yeah.
But it's better than seeing all the wires up under my dash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Ain't that cool, boy?
Yeah, I think that's about the height that it'll sit. I'll just have to make some brackets for it.
Right.
And then cut the air box so that it slides up over these.
Right. Man, dude, this is really nice, man.
And I guess I was talking to somebody, I think he has an Elko or a Malibu, and it won't work with the front clips like this because there's no room in between the headlights.
Right.
So I think the Monte SS's are okay. And I think that Grand Prix I was looking at might have been okay as long as the headlights don't sit in the core support area.
So this on-3 intercooler won't work with that? Like,
Not how the routing is with the piping.
I was thinking that in your video when I seen it. I was like, the only reason why. Well, I was thinking about this part. I'm like, the lights are right up front.
Yeah, it won't work with at least that. They need to update their website and at least give people a heads up about that stuff.
Yeah, because you buy a kit for, however much and think it's going to plug and play. And it's advertised like that.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, this looks really nice, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
You did a really good job, man.
You gonna buy a turbo kit?
No.
It's close. I'm just scrapping the turbo idea. I don't know.
You really?
It's getting close.
Because it's like just
a
headache.
Because even like the thermostat mounts, there's no mention of it only working with car accessories or car spacing. So like I have another thermostat that I need to swap out to see if it'll clear, but it's just small stuff like that.
Wow. Well, I mean, then what? You gonna still keep the 4.8 and just run it like that, or? I
don't know. I'm hard-headed, so I'm gonna make the kit work. But yeah, the 6.0 it's sitting back there.
Yeah. Shoot, I mean, in the springtime, you might as well build that, and then,
Yeah, that's the plan. Because I always mentioned that I wanted to build another one in the background. So.
Right.
Yeah.
You could go twin turbo.
Hey, now I might be working on a different car too. And said I wanted the truck, but something else might pop up before that.
Oh man.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we gonna have to talk about that one. Yeah, man, this is nice, bro.
That's how they. Cause you got the same intake, right? You already ordered yours.
Yeah. Got the intake. I have pretty much everything I need except obviously the cam kit and accessories.
Okay.
But other than that, it's like, I don't really.
You already get your accessory brackets or no?
No, not yet. I'm gonna go with the same thing though. I'm gonna go with ICT.
Well, there's like all theirs that they offer. That came with one of the parts I ordered.
So I got I already got it picked out. It's like the bracket for the power steering pump and the it's already actually in my cart. Power steering pump and the alternator, and then I'm gonna go with the same little pulley that you got.
Okay.
And then just rock with it like that.
Yeah, I think I had this on the Elko too. So
yeah,
it's all similar parts.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go that route. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I want to get that plated. Like all it is, I want it to be a certain color. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead, say it on camera. Nobody watches my channel.
a lot of bolts. You know what I mean? So it's gonna take some thinking about. Once it's all together, because I don't want to necessarily miss nothing. But I put up my video today. I said I'm taking my time with the car because, like I said, it's not gonna be out this summer. It's just gonna be sitting there anyway. So I can afford to take time.
Yeah.
So, but I did get my body bushings. So,
okay. You gonna start with that pretty soon?
Yeah, I got to. Because I'm gonna, it's just one thing to get knocked out. You know what I mean? And then the foundation process, get that done, and then I can keep it moving.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna help once the motor's out of there to swap those bushings out.
That's nice, bro. Wow.
Yeah. Matching transmission and everything back there.
Yeah, so I see.
Yeah.
Wow. Here's your thing, baby man.
I'm trying. Yeah. But yeah, once I figure out all the header stuff and get the turbo, everything situated, I could probably, once my buddy takes the header, cuts it up and welds it, in the meantime, I could probably start on the fuel system.
Right.
And then after that, it's just all the wiring.
Yeah. Wow. Did you figure out who you're going through wiring with?
I'm leaning more towards the painless kit.
Painless, yeah. That's what I did. For the Elko.
Yeah, I was thinking if I do painless on this, I know there's some shorts in the wire on the Elko, so I might try to do both of them. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think I might do